Hey guys, in Dota 2 there are a lot of skill shots, and in order to hit those skill shots you're going to need to know like how your opponents are moving, predict where they're going to move, know the timing of a lot of spells. And one particular case, like let's say you're this Pudge and you want to hook this OD out of Astral imprisonment. Likely sometimes you're going to miss, you're going to hit too early and he's still going to be invulnerable. Sometimes you're going to hit too late and then he's just going to simply walk away or blink away. And sometimes you can hit it just perfectly. So how do you actually like time it so that your hooks are perfect? So one way is to just look at the game time. Okay, he cast it at 11:50, it's going to pop out right at 11:54. But the actual usefulness of that is very little, just because practically you're not going to look at the game time every time someone casts a spell. Alternatively, you could count in your head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, but that's not very reliable, and you'd be silly if you were trying to do that for every spell in the game during every single fight. So one way is that there's actually some visual indicators for particular spells that can help you time it out. So for OD, there's a small orange circle that expands radially outward, and once it reaches the outer section, it means that 4 seconds has elapsed. If I have a lower level OD with like level 2 Astral or level 1 Astral, it's only going to go 1/4 of the way. But for level 4, the orange circle will reach all the way to the edge once the 4 seconds has elapsed. So when you're a Pudge, you can just watch that and then hit your hook just perfectly so that the OD can't blink out or whatever it may be. Another spell that this is very useful for is Disruptor's Glimpse. As you may well know, Glimpse teleports the hero back to where it was 4 seconds ago. And again, there's this 4-second timing that you need to keep track of. But most of the time you're going to be thunderstriking a hero to get vision of it so that you can glimpse it back eventually. But how do you know exactly where he's going to be? Where was 4 seconds ago? So I'm going to run this Naga Siren from here all the way to here, and then try and glimpse him back, and then I know he's going to pop out right around here. So there are actually 4 strikes to Thunderstrike. Strikes for duration 6. So if you have a timeline from 0 to 6 seconds, it's going to have 4 Thunderstrikes. So 1 at the very beginning at 0 seconds, 1 at the very end at 6 seconds, and the other 2 are going to come equidistant from the ends at 2 and 4 seconds. So 0, 2, 4, 6 are their timers. This means that the 3rd Thunderstrike means that if you glimpse him at the 3rd hit, he's going to actually come back to where you initially casted the spell. So for this Naga Siren, I'm just going to run in from here. I want to cast the Thunderstrike right when Naga's next to me, and then I want to hit him on the 3rd strike. So 3rd strike hits, he glimpses, he's right on top of me, even though he was traveling in a straight line, and it makes it way easier for you to predict where he's actually going to go. And alternatively, you can cast it on like the last strike if you want him to go back to where the 1st strike was, or sorry, the 2nd strike. So 0, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, and then right before the end, I'm going to cast it, and then he'll end up right where the 2-second strike hit. So again, this is very useful for trying to time out those 4 seconds. There's 2 seconds in between each of the Thunder Strikes, so you just will teleport him back to where he was 2 strikes ago. And not every spell has this sort of very easy indicator to help you gauge a certain period of time, but for Disruptor and for Astral, you can use these tips to hopefully gauge where people are going to be a little bit better and hit those skill shots. Maybe it's like a Pudge hook, maybe it's a bottom arrow, maybe it's something a little bit more difficult to hit, who knows, but this will certainly help your timing. Thank you guys for watching. You can please subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/Merlini Dota. I release videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Hope you learned something. Have a good one.